Think you've escaped the Australian tax system just because you moved overseas? That's what David thought too, until the ATO came knocking with a $500,000 surprise. Meet David, a successful Australian online business owner who relocated to Dubai. Now, if you know anything about Dubai, you'll know that it's famous for being tax-free, and that was part of the appeal for David. Like many Australians, David wanted freedom, opportunity, a better lifestyle abroad, the ability to scale his online business without the high taxes. And from the outside, it looked like he'd made it. He lived and operated his business out of Dubai. He wasn't employed by an Australian company. He wasn't earning income sourced from Australia. So in his mind, he had exited the Australian tax system, but the ATO disagreed. One day, David received a letter, not a friendly reminder, but an accusation. They claimed he owed more than $525,000 in back taxes, interest, and penalties. He was stunned. As he dug into the details, the truth emerged. The ATO had a case. His family home in WA still had his wife and daughter living there. His bank accounts all still active in Australia. His tax file number never flagged for non-residency. No formal declaration of departure. So, to the ATO, his centre of life, his permanent place of abode, was still in Australia. And under tax law, that meant he never left. Over 4 years, they assessed he had underpaid by more than $525,000. He objected, he appealed, he argued that he had genuinely moved overseas, but the courts didn't see it that way because he didn't just make one mistake, he got the sequence wrong. And in tax, sequencing and timing is everything. By the time he realized the magnitude of the error, it was too late. Years of legal fees, endless stress, and in the end, he still lost. Now, you are probably wondering, what should David have done in his situation to ensure that he exits the Australian tax system the right way, and what you should do too? 1. Sever all ties with Australia completely and properly. That means selling or leasing out your principal place of residence, closing all unnecessary bank accounts and credit cards, cancelling memberships, subscriptions, Medicare cards, selling any cars that you have, updating ATO records, just to name a few. You need to clearly demonstrate that Australia is no longer your domicile or centre of life. 2. Relocate your immediate family. ATO case law assumes that husband and wife live together. If your spouse and kids stay behind, the ATO treats that as a strong indication that your life is still in Australia. 3. Establish a clear tax residency overseas. This involves signing long-term leases or buying a property in your new country, opening local bank accounts, getting utility bills in your name, registering for local services, updating your wills and estate plans, and applying for things like tax certificates and making sure that you file taxes. In other words, you need to establish roots in the new country you are now calling home. 4. Use correct structuring with proper sequencing and governance. That means setting up offshore companies in the right jurisdiction, ensuring that they pass both the Control Foreign Company and Central Management Control tests, and putting proper agreements and governance in place. 5. Residency Compliance Letter. This is your shield. It's a signed legal document backed by legislation, ATO rulings, and precedents. It shows your exit was genuine by following all the rules lawfully and fully compliant. ATO auditors don't waste time going after people with strong documentation, but those without, they are low-hanging fruit. David didn't have this, and it cost him dearly. David's story is a cautionary tale. Living overseas does not automatically mean that you are no longer an Australian tax resident, and assuming you're safe isn't the same as being safe. He lost over $500,000, years of peace of mind, and countless hours fighting a battle he didn't need to lose, all because he didn't take the right steps in the right order. So if you're planning to move overseas or already have, don't risk making the same mistake. Preserve your peace of mind. Talk to WealthSafe, we're Australia's leading strategic tax advisory firm for offshore structuring, international compliance, and global wealth protection. And we're the only firm that issues residency compliance letters, legally defensible documents that help protect you from ATO penalties. Get a free assessment today. Understand your current risk exposure and discover how to exit the system the right way. Visit www.wellsafe.com.au because the cost of getting it wrong could be over $500,000.